Peace and welcome to another episode of The Digital Recipe where we discuss albums and what they mean to us. I'm your host, DJ Atlas, and today's special guest is my nephew, DJ Chosen, or as I know him, Thaddeus Edwards. Hope you enjoy. So, if anybody in North Carolina and Raleigh watching this right now, listening to this, please reach out to DJ Chosen, best DJ in the whole damn land that I know of, especially in that
Appreciate
land.
it, man.
So, y'all should go ahead and holler at him, especially on the campus of Winston-Salem University. Am I tripping?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Winston-Salem University. All right, so let's start in. Let's go into it. What album are we
Sir.
talking about today?
We were talking about J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hill.
Forest Hills
Yeah, Forest
Drive.
Hill Drive. Forest Hill
Okay.
Drive, yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that album came out in 2014. Around what age were you at that time?
Oh Lord. Mm, man, we start Math Monday, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
Um I born in '06.
Mm-hmm.
I was 8 years 8 years old.
He was 8 years old. Okay.
Yeah, I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old. I felt like back to my dad he played a lot of music that kind of as I got older, I went back to it and like because I was able to understand it more,
Mm-hmm.
but like just like playing music off his from the iPod, to the little to CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Um there's a lot of music that, he kind of it just what's the word? I can't think of the word, man.
It's okay.
Um it just it just went with me, because he was listening to it, and I was listening to it, and I liked it probably, because he liked it. But
Mm-hmm.
2014. Say it again.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead. My fault.
Oh, J. Cole, I know there's a lot of I remember a lot of J. Cole, Kendrick, Jay-Z and Kanye,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of Prince,
Of
that
course.
was kind of out of nowhere, but yeah, a little bit of
No,
Prince,
that's
man. And
that's pretty good.
yeah, I just remember between Kendrick and Jay-Z and Kanye, I remember J. Cole a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
just listening to, his not even just the lyrics, which I feel like he's crazy at, like just listen to his beats, man, his
Mm-hmm.
samples, it was like as I got a little older now, only 19 and stuff, but I I love those older samples, where you get like an older song and either chop it up one way, or I love them older samples, like
For
how they
sure.
transform it into beats for music now and stuff. But
Right. Well, we
yeah,
we we
yeah.
gonna get it. We gonna get into that. As a whole, what makes this album stand out as an amazing body of work to you?
Okay. I'll say for one, definitely um the beats, man. Like I said, with the older samples for
Mm-hmm.
one. For two, I'll say just off the top of my head, I know it was a certain time in high school that, I always listen to music, man. I always listen to music, walking through the halls, man, waking up in the morning, walking to the bus, eating lunch, I
Right.
always be listening to music, man. But it kind of felt like um it might have been like probably sophomore year because it was kind of weird. We were coming back to school from COVID,
Right.
is I did my freshman year online, man, and coming back to school, it's kind of like I feel like I was a little socially awkward for just a little bit because it was weird, man. Like we are talking to students and teachers on the computer,
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know what I'm saying? So uh yeah, I feel like can you say the question one more time? I feel like I just got to talking too
It's
much,
okay.
man.
It's all good. As a whole, what makes 2014 Forest Hills Drive uh like a standout album to you? Like what makes it an
Yeah.
amazing body of work?
Okay, yeah. Just like so yeah, like I said, the beats and the stuff he was talking about,
Okay.
Um like off the top of my head, man. I know the songs. Just can't think of the names right now.
It's okay.
Love Yours, for example. Like
Right.
it's a pretty straightforward meaning song, but like you'll see like you know and just like back in school, even like sometimes now you'll see somebody, like something you may want, or you been like dreaming of having, man, or like
Right.
working real hard for. You see them with it, and it kind of like it's pretty cool. But sometimes, like with certain things, it may make you feel down, like you not, I'm not doing enough. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not doing enough, I'm not working hard enough to get this, because they got it, or just kind of focusing on what somebody else has, which I feel like
Right.
we shouldn't do. But
Right.
that song like particularly kind of like help me focus on loving
Help.
mine.
Right. Like help you put things into perspective.
Yeah, yeah, in
I can dig
perspective,
that.
man.
I can dig
In
that.
perspective, man.
I can dig that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
do you remember where you were when you first heard the album? Like not
I
not the
don't,
songs, but
man.
like do you remember hearing the entire album as a whole and where you were?
Man, I don't want to get the lion, but I kind of want to say in my dad's Ford. I forgot what kind of Ford it was, man. It was a.
Spencer
I want to say it was Taurus.
Spencer had a
Was it a
Ford.
Taurus? Yeah, remember that little gray Ford?
I remember the gray Cadillac.
Not the gray Cadillac. Nah, not the gray
I
Cadillac.
don't remember him having a Ford. I'm not really
Um,
sure.
my mistake. It might have been my mom's.
Right.
Silver Ford, man. I can't remember the exact name of the model, but
I'm about to say we don't drive Fords. Like we
oh
yeah,
shoot, really?
found on road dead, fixed and repaired daily. We don't drive Fords over here.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. It might have been my mom then, man. It
for
might have been
sure.
my mom, but
It's all good. It's
uh,
okay.
yeah, but
It's all good.
I kind of want to say I don't want to get to telling the story, man, but I remember a lot of music being played on the way to football practice. Like
Mm-hmm.
Pee Wee and and Tiny, like Tiny Mike, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my dad we had like a certain hype song, and
Yeah.
it was like I said, it was a lot of Jay-Z and Kanye, Otis,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So
I forgot that album, but
that's Watch the Throne.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
Watch the
yeah,
Throne.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, him, Kendrick and Cole. So I feel like it might have been on the way to football practice, I believe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What are some feelings that you experience that you were experiencing during that moment of the introduction of that album? So can you remember specific details like the room that you were in, the people that you were associated with, even like all the way down to like different smells and emotions that you felt or that you were feeling, not because of the album, but
Mhm.
around that time of the release of the album? Like what was going on in your life?
Um, I'm trying to remember that too, man.
It was
I was a what was
so long ago. You know, you
yeah,
were 8 years
yeah.
old.
It
You
was
know,
Yeah, and I really was, worrying about much of the stuff, I might be thinking about now,
I can dig it.
there's a lot of I know there's a lot of, Transformers and Power Rangers, around that time.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, shoot, man, around that time I'll say the beat, like back to the beat, like
Hmm.
because I would hear what he's saying, but I didn't understand it
Yeah.
as much as I do now.
Right. Right.
Um um Like Wet Dreams, man. I really thought he had a wet dream, like he got wet in his dream. But but
Oh,
yeah,
wait a minute. So, at what age did you find out that Wet Dreams was not about? Well, technically, it is about um, being wet
yeah,
while having a
yeah,
dream. But
yeah.
when did you find out the
That it wasn't
details
water.
that you?
Yeah.
When did you find
Um
out that it wasn't water?
it had to be middle school, man. It had to be
Okay.
Yeah, it had to be middle school, I think. First year of middle school. Had to be, Or it might have been I can't remember because we had the classes, man. We had
Right.
the sexual ed classes. But
Hmm.
um
And you do find out what a wet dream is when
I
they're talking
did.
about puberty for a young man.
I did. Yeah, we did.
So when they taught you that young men have wet dreams
Uh
and
huh.
it's called Wet Dreams, did you immediately associate it with
Man,
the J. Cole song? Like, oh, that's what he was talking
it was
about.
man, it was like it clicked like a puzzle, man. Like with the girl, with the with what she was, what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That
Right.
wet dream, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But man, yeah, back to the question. I think kind of feelings that I have. I know like it was like a almost like a floating like I felt like almost like listen to like his like what song is it, man? Like it might be I got the songs right here just
If
cause
you
so I can remember it.
if you give me a if you give me a verse or a couple of lines from the song, I probably can
And
think of the name.
it might be I grew up a freak to screw up, tie my
That's
shoe up. Which
that's
they was is
uh
it '03 adolescence?
that's '03 Adolescence.
Yeah, that beat for example, man. Like the beginning like of the what instrument is that? Might be some little bells or something like this like
Mm,
like it just like I feel like I'll be looking out the window, man. Just driving in the back seat in the car seat.
you can I ain't trying to speak for you, but uh
Nah, you good.
you can envision the words of the song. So like
Oh yeah,
you could see the story that Cole was painting. If I'm am I
yeah,
am I right in saying that?
yeah. No, no, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
I just kind of like I kind of put myself in his perspective just a little bit.
For
Like
sure.
the stuff I understood. Like how he was um like having how he had his best friend. He was talking about how he looks up to him, but in reality, his best friend looked up to him because of the stuff
Right.
he was doing. Like that makes sense.
Like the grass is greener type of perspective.
Yeah,
Um
yeah,
I
yeah.
like, you know what? I like that song as well. And I think a kid like you and when I was younger, um, similar, where
Mhm.
you were privileged enough to you were privileged enough to have parents and have an environment that taught you that school was important and then that certain things were important that you should focus on those, like the positive things,
Mhm.
whether it be your whether it be your schooling, whether it be your faith, whether it be your love for family, whatever it is, you just being a good kid, and then having that one friend that may have the money for what what we valued or probably what you value right now. And it's okay to
Yeah,
value these things, but having a level of it, but valuing the stuff like the shoes and the clothes and the the car and the monies. I mean the cars and the
yeah,
money. Um and the towards the end of that song when he is talking to his friend, like put me on so I can be making the money that you're making. Because I have
yeah,
things that I want to shine too, but at the same time I'm also about to go to college and I still have I still have that that peer surrounding of people who are judging, and I want to look nice too so that I can impress these people. And then I think that I think that the real insight and the real intelligence of that song is the friend. The friend is the real intelligent one in that song, and it just shows that everybody that sells drugs and everybody that's out here in this street life isn't they're not dumb, and you know they're not doing it for they're not some of them aren't just doing it for show. Some of them are doing it for survival, and they feel
really
like
is.
they that's the only choice that they have. So when he was like
Yeah,
he's like, yo, if you wasn't my man, if you wasn't my man, you'd
I
be a
think you
clown.
a
I
clown
think
right
you a
now.
clown right now.
Yeah,
And then he was like, yo, like, yeah, like I would, you think I don't want to go to college? You think I don't want to do the things that you're doing right now? Like the freedom of being able to go and leave this place and experience things that's new. Like, you know, I'm taking care of my family right now. Like I'm being responsible for my family when
Hmm.
I shouldn't have to be because I am a adolescent. So
Yeah,
great song,
yeah.
great song. Um, if you could pick one song from that album that sums up the entire album, which song would that be and why?
I'm gonna pull the album up real quick one more time,
For
man.
sure, take your time.
Mm, mm, mm. Don't give him too much. Hey, is that January 20th? Man, it might be. It's kind of ironic, because that's my birthday. It might be January 28th, man.
Okay.
Um,
You were born
just
January.
up.
You was born January 28th. I probably should know that because you are my nephew. January 28th is when
Yeah,
you were born.
yeah. That's the date, man. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
duly noted,
It's
my brother. Duly noted.
yeah, yeah. Can't forget it, man.
I,
It's a J Cole song, but yeah, man. Yeah, that was the day I was born, man, and I think that song, like, well, it's January 28th. I feel like it is, man. I remember, like, it's one lyric or verse for that. He was like, "Don't give him too much. You don't let him take your son. Don't let him taint your." Something like, I think that was January 28th. Um, but yeah, man, like whenever just that by itself, like whenever and kind of like fast forwarding, like to like when I was little later years of my life,
mm-hmm.
like kind of high school a little bit, man. Like um um I feel like I was a little, especially that sophomore year, man. I feel like, especially like just coming back from being online, I was a little like timid, like kind of nervous sometimes to make new friends, and like I was in middle school, I wasn't really like that. I had a good amount of friends, and
Mm-hmm.
people I was cool with. But I feel like COVID kind of messed it up a little bit for
It
me.
it did. It changed social interaction in person a lot
Yeah, yeah,
because we spent
man.
so much time away from each other. So social interaction was, I think, difficult for a lot of us, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, where was I going with this? Yeah, I'm trying to lose train of thought,
It's
man. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it was kind of weird for a little bit, but um
I mean, you answered the question.
um yeah,
Yeah, you answered the question. January 28th is the song that you would choose to describe or that you would use to describe the entire album.
yeah,
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 January
yeah.
28th, or the one that sums up the entire album. So, are
Yeah.
there any songs that stand out to you now that didn't back then?
Um,
I mean, you did mention
I'll
you
say,
mentioned Wet Dreams, which is
yeah.
you just have an understanding now of what it was. Is there any other
Hmm.
songs that you have that's like, yo, especially now in college, because now you're in college and
Yeah.
um, there's a different there's a different understanding of
A lot of
themes
things,
of a lot of things, right? So any songs that you go back to, like, yo, that's what he meant, or yo, that
Um,
hits me different.
trying to think, man.
Take your time, it's okay. I'm gonna go over here and grab this
Man.
water though, while you
All
taking your
right,
time.
all right.
I'm still listening. Just had to get some water.
Um, hmm, as the I'll say, okay. I'll say this. So I think the song, it might be apparently, um,
Okay. Dun 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 dun
because
dun 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 dun
yeah,
dun. That
yeah,
joint, yeah.
yeah. I think I say. So I was looking through my I know all the songs, but I was looking through the album real quick, like just to kind of refresh my memory on them. But
Mm-hmm.
I say apparently because in the song, like, he talks about, I've been it sounds like he talking about his relationship with God almost.
Mm.
And I'll say like with especially like being in college, man, like it's kind of also just a little bit. But
No, you
I
good.
I've been trying to get closer with God, you know. Like when I got to college last year, man, like it was kind of I'm not like a I can be an introvert just a little bit, you know, like just stay to myself just a little bit, but um I'm good with talking with people, you know. I'm good with talking with people. And like getting to college last year was kind of weird because there's a few people I knew,
Hmm.
but like um you seen everybody kind of already having their friend groups and stuff, you know. I'm like, I'm 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 a to myself kind of guy, you know, and it was kind of weird for a second. So with that being said, my mom had bought me a Bible, man, and I had when I had like a bunch of free time on my hand, man, I just read the Bible a little bit, you know, and like the things that were in there, can kind of like it was like the answer to some of the
Hmm.
not necessarily problems with like certain situations, you know, I would be in, you know, about like um what is one, you know, like um I think it's something like that. Like whenever you're feeling down, for example, you know, run to the Lord and something like that. It was a verse kind of like that, you know. But back to the J. Cole song, like he talks about he tells God, you know, like or he's telling the guy, you know, I've been unfaithful, you
Hmm.
know, stuff like that. It kind of has me thinking now, like how like sometimes when I may fall short, you know, or do wrong, you know, and not do what I'm supposed to be doing, God still God still, you know, blessed me in the way he has, man. You know, like I'm in college, you know, for one thing, you know, like I dang near I didn't know I'd get this far, you know. I didn't see myself going to college, you know, to be honest at first, but I'm here now, you know.
Hmm.
I got, you know, two amazing parents, you know, still in my life. You know, I got a few friends, you know, with um they don't have two parents in their lives, you know, they don't have a mom that loves them like mine does, you know, or a dad that can provide, you know, in the way he does, man. But I just kind of time back with love yours, you know. I just kind of like
Hmm.
make sure I'm grateful for the things I have, you know, and like and just like I said, even though when I don't do the best like I want to, you know, or when I fall short, you know, when I you know I'm not doing right all the time, man.
For sure.
I still kind of like it kind of can't explain it, man, but it's amazing how God still blesses me, you know, even when I'm not doing the right thing all the time. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Uh,
That makes a
yeah,
lot of
yeah. So
sense.
I say, yeah, I say apparently, um,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's one song.
Did anything about this connect you to other music? Like, did anything about this album connect you to other music that you didn't and that you didn't know about?
Mm. Um, I say with the kind of want to say beats.
Because there was heavy sampling. There was sampling in that
Yeah,
album.
yeah. Like I kind of want to say like off the top of my head for some reason, like with the beats,
Hmm.
like you know, with the sampling. I want to say like kind of maybe a little bit the I can't really think of it. Like right now, like just like later on, like you know, like closer to like probably even like a year or 2 years ago, you know.
Hmm.
I want to say like a little bit of Freddie Gibbs for just a little bit, I think, because I know Freddie Gibbs, he does like a lot of his beats are from like from the Alchemist, right?
That's right.
A good amount of them. I like the Alchemist, you know, like some
Hmm.
of his sampling and stuff, you know, like how he takes older songs and does his thing with them.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'll say Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist kinda.
Okay.
Cause I mess with his beats, man.
For sure.
He has some cool beats.
For sure. Did anything about this album change the way that you view yourself?
Um by the J. Cole album,
Yes.
um, I'll say kinda it kinda kind of helped me feel like a little bit of relief that some of the stuff he like some of the emotions he was feeling, that I wasn't the only one feeling them, like times in my life. Like he felt like this before, and like he saying the song, like, dang, I felt like this before, and like
Right.
kinda I feel like you said this with Theron, like with the his album he's talking about, but like some of the stuff he was talking about in the song, it's kind of felt like it was a line of my life almost,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I'll say it kind of that album kind of made me, you know, feel like feel more comfortable, like because everybody kind of made me feel like everybody's going through something, You may not know, but everybody's going through something, you know, and they may not, um, tell other people. You about to say something?
No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, everybody's going through something in their life, man. But I say it kind of made me feel, it made me feel more confident,
Mm.
in a sense if that makes sense.
Let me ask you this:
It,
Was there? I'm sorry, my fault. I'm gonna let you finish it. Go ahead.
oh no, I was done, man. I was
Okay.
done.
Seeing as though that you are from Raleigh and Cole is from Fayetteville,
Hmm.
was there a? Did you feel a closer connection to Cole's music because he was from Fayetteville and both of y'all are from North Carolina?
Absolutely, absolutely. I didn't find out he was from Fayetteville till like a little later on, which
Mm-hmm.
like it's pretty cool, person from North Carolina,
Right.
Yeah, I think that was super cool,
Right.
you know.
So so my last question is which song from the album would you play to spark someone else's interest about the entire album? So like if I gave you one chance to play one song to make me interested to listen to the whole album, what song would that be?
Mm. Um,
We asked the difficult questions over here, my brother.
yeah, man,
We
you
asked the
got me
hard questions.
thinking real hard right
And
now.
that's good. That's good.
Like I don't want to say I want to say the right and I want to say the song I really think like first person listen to this, like after they hear this, I'm gonna want to listen to more Cole, more J. Cole.
That's the answer. Whatever the answer is.
Hey man. Out of this album,
Mm-hmm.
man, I want to say, um, mm, Cole. Mm. Um, I'm kind of looking at like something not something real slow to where you like, if you listen to this, you might get tired. But even though the stuff he's saying is some real stuff, his
Mm-hmm.
first listener, you might, I don't know, I don't know if you'd be listening as much as I would if you were first listener.
For sure.
Um,
I mean,
I didn't like know
it's
you
all your
nothing.
opinion though. So there's no right or wrong
Yeah.
answer.
Um, wait, is this? Dun, dun. I'll say no role model. I think I say no
That's a
role
good
model
one.
just because it's
That's a
yeah,
good one.
just because it's not slow like '03 adolescence,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like it's kind of like it's in the middle. Like it's not going like it's not too slow to not too fast.
Right.
First things first, recipe. Yeah. Um. I say no role models. I
Okay.
think no role model.
And then lyrically, he killed that. I mean,
Lyric man,
lyrically, he kills. I would almost say everything, but
it's cold world,
yeah,
man.
it sure
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But I think with that song, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Mhm.
Is there anything else that you would like to say about the album before we end this episode?
Um. Um. I mean, like overall, it's a great album.
For sure.
Um, it uh, I feel like it's a perfect it's a perfect album, man, and um, really show why Cole is one of the best, in this
Hmm.
generation to do it. Um, um, Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I kind of think you actually helped me like express more of my mind, you know, about this. Like you helped me express myself about this album, really. So like, I think you didn't like you already asked all the the right questions and stuff, man. You know,
Okay.
so yeah, I think it was enough said. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Then that's it.
Yeah,
Hey, look, man. I am very proud of you.
thank.
I'm glad that you are starting to have an identity outside of what others and what people have told you that you are, and you know creating an identity for yourself and being able to do what it is that you love. So I hope that you do. I hope that you do still explore DJing and you still do, you know, parties, and you experience the wonderful world of DJing, because it is wonderful. And
Mhm.
yeah, man, I'm super proud of you, and keep on going, for real.
I appreciate it, man.
Keep on going.
I appreciate you having me on the show too, man.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Already.
Can't wait to see the drop.
For sure. Well, thank y'all again for tuning in to the Digital Recipe. I am DJ Atlas here with DJ Chosen. Peace out.
Yeah.